Everything I do for you. Everything I want for you.
Hi, so I'm not Charlie. Charlie's not here. Charlie's on vacation from streaming. But routine, guys. It was very weird not having the stream on Friday for me. I'm assuming also for the other people that are behind the scenes, who I will bring out in just a moment. But yeah, I'm not Charlie. And I would also like to bring out the wonderful, the amazing Megan, who is also not Charlie number 2.
Hello.
And then the wonderful, I'm terrible at this. The wonderful, the glorious, she's really good at horror writing. You should totally check her stuff out. Really, you should. The wonderful Laura Nettles, who's not Charlie number 3.
Why, hello.
And I'm going to also kick this off because I feel like this should just be used for the three of us being in control of Charlie's stuff alone.
It took the eyes of a child to see what we were blind to. If it wasn't for you, we would still be following every little rule in the book.
Wait, is that bad? Because I love rules.
We're instituting a new ship-wide mandate, and we're calling it the Boimler Effect. The Boimler Effect is about encouraging shortcuts and preventing people from just blindly following the rules. From now on, the crew can build in buffer time whenever they deem fit. Congratulations. Dismissed.
To be safe, I feel like we should have God.
Yes. Maggie. I'm making Cat read that.
What in the name of beans is going on here? Y'all are having a party or something?
Party! Woo!
Hey, seriously, in the background, because I couldn't remember if Charlie played the entire song or cut it off at a certain point. For Don't Want, so I played the whole thing, and like behind the scenes, because I can see all of us, and I'm just like, oh, Megan's jamming. I think Laura was slightly, but I think, Laura, are you working right now?
Yes. How did you know?
So let's greet the peoples. Hello, cool gamer. How are you today? Hello, Jules. You're on dinner duty. You'll be listening while you cook, and then you'll be back for sprints after. Awesome.
Nice.
I think this is dinner duty too. Not sprinting duty. But hi, Maggie. Tom will be listening while working.
Awesome.
Nice.
Hi, Spence. Yes. Excellent, Maggie. Parents home. Yeah. Was it really
I'm not
weird?
drinking root beer. I would never drink soda, parents. Never. Yeah.
No. I did not eat most of a bag of tater tots just now.
Adulting.
Woo!
There was protein with it. There was cube steak with it. Add cube steak, tater tots, and ketchup. The ketchup was only with the tater tots.
Okay.
Yeah. Are you guys participating in camp?
I am not participating in camp. I am taking care of the We Will Not Go Back feminist video anthology that I will soon be posting a video about. I'm so excited. I just have to write the description and then I can post it and it will be delightful.
So, my camp is a little different. I don't have a number of words goal. So, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 goals.
14, oh my.
It kind of expanded. So, finish revising Seeds of Doubt. That's done. Query 3 agents. I've queried 1 so far. Write, revise, and submit a travel. Done. Write a short story. Done. I need to revise and submit it, though. I want to write 2 gothic flash fictions. I reordered the stories in Tiny Shimmers. Read 2 middle grade horror. Read 2 more middle grade horror. And I hosted the Writertown stream. This weekend, I need to host the 30-hour write-a-thon stream.
Oh,
I want to release 4 podcast episodes, interview a super secret person for the podcast,
Ooh.
and release 6 vlogs. So,
Wow.
You already have at least one of those.
Ambitious.
I have seen one of your vlogs.
2.
You have 2 of them, okay. I
Day
haven't
1
watched
and
it.
day 2
So I
and
have
3.
to watched.
Nice.
Because there's Camp Nano and then there's also Camp World of Building Summer Camp. So for Camp Nano, I put on the site that I was going to do 10,000 words, but really I'm not. My goal is actually I'm going to do 100 sprints. It's like each box is a 15-minute sprint. So if I do a couple 20-minute sprints, I actually do I think it comes out to 2 or 3 20-minute sprints is actually 4 blocks. So 15-minute intervals. It's 3 20-minute sprints equals 4 blocks.
Nah. Too much for me.
Okay. But I'm coloring in these pretty squares.
Nice.
So far, I've done 14.
Woo.
I'm counting the sprint times, the sprints that I actually do world building or writing. like if I go and cook, I'm not counting that time because it's not towards the thing. But then I'm going to sort of casually do world building summer camp. Where if I don't get any badges, that's okay. If I do get badges, woohoo!
Yeah.
But because I'm also looking for jobs and existing.
Yeah.
And I have medical stuff to deal with this month.
Yeah, so do I. I've forgot about that. So many doctor's appointments.
I have to pick up my prescription today.
I learned that you can, like, so I called my doctor's office because I was like, they did my blood work last time, right? And my GI requested me to get some blood work done. I was like, so do I need to make an appointment? And they're like, no, you can just walk in.
Oh, nice.
We test before 4:30. As long as they put the request in through the system, you can just walk in and be like, I have blood work request put in. Can y'all do that? And they'll do it.
Wow.
I'm like, that's cool.
That's really cool. Really convenient.
It is. No, I don't have
Maggie says, I'm at 11,100 words on the camp project, but I need 3,000 more today because I chose playing with the family yesterday instead of scribbles. Oh man, that's a lot of scribbling you gotta do.
Maggie, what is your goal?
Yeah, what
Writing
is
a
your
book
goal?
in 7 days.
Oh man.
Oh my god. Y'all are insane. I mean, I can write it in my head. I can't write it on my computer.
Hi, Roy.
I can't even hit a 10K day. Like, that's not happening for me. Unless it's a really short book. Like a picture book.
Like a novella, maybe?
For kids, for infants.
Yeah. There you go. Let's do that. Well, let's not have them.
It's cute.
Okay.
He's so cute.
Look at that fluffy face.
Yes, sir.
Hi, Red.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
you get that chin chin chin.
So cute. So cute.
Oh, you're licking the butter off of my fingers, eh?
Like, yes, you were eating popcorn. Nom nom nom.
You want the popcorn?
I have the popcorn. Mother. Oh,
I already shared some.
yeah, my parents can't make popcorn without the dog being like, excuse you.
Mm-hmm.
Where's
Yeah,
mine?
that's how my dogs are.
She gets her own bowl.
Oh,
Like she gets they put them in a little bowl for her,
that's so cute.
and she gets popcorn. The cat gets pissy when he doesn't get some, but he doesn't like popcorn. So they give him some, but he's not gonna eat it. The dog ends up eating it. Because they just they make it in a pot. They don't use the bags or anything.
Yeah.
So like you can't hide it.
Oh,
Oh, look at
thank
that
you.
little fluffy bear.
Ah, help! Help! Ah! Ah! Roy! Ah!
So cute. Oh, look at that yawn. Yeah.
Who's a good boy? Oh, thank you. Oh, yeah.
Oh, all the kisses.
Oh.
All the kisses.
Roy. So this is probably going to be a really chaotic stream.
I'm not surprised.
That's the reason I played the spoiler effect at the beginning. Maggie! Hold on, I'm waiting for her to load it. There you are. Hi, Meg. I got to change your name. Because you're not Charlie number 4.
Oh, yeah. Well,
Oh, hold on. Change my name to Magdalena. Not Charlie.
Okay, I
I'm
can't.
not Charlie in drag.
You're gonna have to change that because I can't spell Magdalena. My brain's like, what's
Okay,
this?
hold on.
Too
I'll
many
be right
letters.
back.
You can do it from inside
Click the three
the.
buttons on your image. You don't disappear.
I'm trying to.
I guess I could look up how to spell it. I am on the computer. Oh, it's not loaded into StreamYard yet. Hold on. There's a comment that I want to put up on the screen.
There we go.
Wonderful.
You remembered my drag name. Awesome. I am not here. Ignore me. This is amazing.
Yes, I am writing a book in 7 days with
You're
Caro
insane.
Brown, Tamara Woods, and SD Hedges.
Y'all are insane.
Y'all are crazy. Just.
It's just a short
love you
story.
guys.
It's just a short story.
Oh, okay. That's a little
So
bit
it's
better.
like a novella length. Okay.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
know.
like 25,000 words. 25,000 words. So
Oh, that's
That's-
much
that's
more
what I'm looking at.
doable than what I was thinking. Yeah.
What?
yeah,
And
last month they did this. I can't even remember the chick's name now because I at the very beginning of the month, and then by the time I got to doing the craft book review on, she writes a story and says she's, but that's all she does. She has no life, no kids, no job, no just her and writing for 6 to 8 hours a day, and she writes over 1,000 words an hour. So
Oh,
yeah,
man.
it
Can she
but she has
possess
this
my
system
body?
of like she has this system of outlining, and she's like, yes, if you do this outlining thing and that, and it's a really good book for pantsers who are transitioning to plantsers and plotters. So it's a really good transition book. But yeah, my whole thing was I wasn't impressed with it because her whole system relies on being able to have a huge output of words.
Mm.
So
I currently
but
have
it's
no
basically, if your outline is detailed enough, you should be able to write the zero draft in 7 days. And that's not necessarily true. Maybe 7 weeks.
And when you have a life,
Yeah.
Yeah. Lives and jobs and farms and families and
Yeah, I think I'm taking a break from writing tonight. I'm
Mm.
gonna watch a movie for the first time in months.
Nice.
So
when you're not working on,
yeah,
a movie.
I don't know. So I'm gonna watch Doctor Strange 2, finally,
Ooh.
because it's on
I
Disney Plus.
need to watch the rest of The Witcher. I haven't watched the next season. I got to get through that.
I haven't been watching like anything. The only thing I've watched recently was the 1995 version of Persuasion in preparation for the new version of Persuasion that's coming out that both Haley Spence and I both hate profoundly.
Is it just me, or does it feel weird because like during the pandy we were all like every day, what did you watch, what did you watch, what are you binging, and that's what we were all talking about like all the time, and now we're like 2.5 years later and it's like, yeah, I'm not watching anything right now.
I just
Yeah.
rewatch the same things, but they're like things that I can play in the background and do other stuff, just because I have undiagnosed ADHD and I need something else happening.
But you're not watching them. It's ambient. Your series, Netflix and Hulu and all of those, it's become ambient noise in the background because we all watch the whole series as soon as it comes out, and then we're like, okay, nothing to watch for a few months, and it just seems so weird. It's like, can I just, like, if I cancel my membership for like 2 months, can I just have like an every third month membership? Because that's all the time I need to catch up. And I don't need to pay for it for the 2 months I'm not watching it.
True. So Tom said about earlier the 7-day thing. She's zero drafting that outline is what it sounds like. And then there's so much rage about to be released at that attempt at an adaptation. I hope I emphasized that correctly for you, Spence.
Yeah, so much rage. Like, oh, it's so terrible, especially after seeing the 1995 version, which is pretty good. Like, it's not amazing, but it's pretty good. And just the monumental difference that they're putting out with this new Persuasion. It's horrible. Like, what is that line about, we're worse than friends, we're exes or whatever it was? Like, it's
when they can't leave well enough alone. That's what it is.
Yeah, it was bad choices. So many bad choices. And I haven't even seen it yet.
Y'all have such strong opinions about this. Okay, should we do a sprint?
Sure.
75 minutes for Devin.
I haven't seen Devin in a while.
Devin's taken some time. There's things.
Oh,
we love Devin though. But Devin is still updating his list every day, so everyone appreciates Devin.
Yes. And I got one of the kid timers for Charlie because it's Charlie's channel. I'm like
Batman.
I'm like half on brand, half not on brand with Charlie's stuff.
No one's wearing any purple. What am I gonna choose? I'm gonna go with the one in the very front. The
Wolverine.
First one. Is that Wolverine?
Yeah, it's Wolverine.
Oh. I like her little pigtail thingies.
So it's like Wolverine,
her bows in her
Thor,
hair.
Robin, Wonder Woman or Wonder Girl, Aquaman, and Batman. But with pigtails. I'm gonna go there.
Spence says Persuasion deserves more love and a good adaptation, but my expectations are so low. Oh yeah, they're like ground level low for me.
Subterranean.
Yeah, that's a much better descriptor of where my expectations are.
You're just fed up with like the whole Hollywood complex in general when you're like, oh yeah, they did that. And you're just like, because that's where I'm at. I'm like to the point where it's like anything they remake, it's like I have so much apathy for. It's like,
like, I worked on it. I don't want to watch it.
All these independent creators, all this new content, and you're remaking something else.
Like, I didn't know you were making this until it landed in my lap and I had to work on it. Okay.
All right, so I set it up for a 25-minute sprint. Hope everybody's okay with that. Cool. So we're gonna go. Real quick, make sure if you have been working and you have been writing, you should really save your stuff because that's important. If you haven't drank anything, you should really drink something to hydrate. I'm not saying it has to be water. You just need to drink something. If you need a snack, eat a snack. Like all of us that we're here before Maggie joined. I don't know if Maggie just ate, but we all ate like literally moments before the stream started. So maybe y'all should consume something. I think I said save your work, save the work, stretch. I don't know, do things. But we're gonna start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, start.
Scared
Wonder
me.
Woman. Little Wonder Woman 1. Does anybody have her?
No, my
No, I don't
15-year-old.
think so.
Thanks for the card, Kat.
Yeah.
I'm
All of my cards are they're on that bookshelf right there, and I'm just like, yeah, it's like 5 steps that way. Grab. Hello.
I'm doing a scene where she the main character in my 7-day story, The Death in the ADA, she goes to see like her best friend from high school who runs the Metropolis Metaphysical store. And her friend basically drags her in the back and she's like, I don't believe in all this. And she says, I don't care. I had a dream to do a reading for you. Sit down. And she picks the marigold deck. So
Nice.
I needed to know what the Knight of Cups looked like because that's going to be her future love interest. Death. She's going to date Death.
The imagery on it is so gorgeous on this deck.
It is so beautiful. I wish I had the $200 for this deck.
I wish I had the $200 from buying this deck right about now, but I have a beautiful deck.
You do have a beautiful deck. Okay.
It was the first deck I bought.
Can you show me the back of the card? I need to know what the back of the card looks like. So, okay. All right. Thank you. I just need to be able to describe it. Like, because her friend holds out a tray with 8 decks on it, and she has to pick a deck.
Mm.
Nice.
Yeah. She's really, really going to struggle with this whole idea of dating Death because she doesn't believe in spiritual beings. She's very no religious affiliations at all. And it's like we're coming up to the scene where she finds his business card that she had just stuck in the back of her phone case when everyone was dying of food poisoning. And she's going to be like, what do you mean you work for Grim Acquisitions, Death Incorporated, Afterlife Inc.? Wait, what?
That is amazing. Also, we are now the Not Charlie's Angels.
Are we also the not Charleaders?
Yeah, technically. We would be the Not Charleaders.
Nice.
I'm off work now.
Woot woot.
Yay!
We're off work.
Freedom!
Have you come up with an idea for your Gothic story, Laura? Because you were going to write a Gothic to go in Tiny Shivers?
I have 2 paintings. I'll pull them up. Let's find them. So here, don't need to be that big. Okay. Share screen. So this is one of them that I'm going to use as a prompt.
Ooh.
Yeah. So I really like that
in
one.
the dark.
And it's old because all the stained glass is busted
conspiring?
out of it.
Where the dead children gather?
So there's that one. And then the other one.
I have to refill this. I'm going to have to pee so much later. Because I keep accidentally chugging these. Bedtime, it's just like, good thing I'm next to the bathroom.
Turn away. Picture of a cemetery.
Oh, I worked on this world building prompt because I'm attempting I don't care if I actually complete it or not, but summer camp for world building.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm doing the prompt for a religion or organization connected to a natural phenomenon.
Interesting.
Oh, there it is. It's in the wrong folder.
I worked on I have the We Will Not Go Back video. So now I just am writing the description that I will put on the video so that I can share it with the world.
Yes.
And have something to point to every time I try to bring it up.
It's gorgeous.
I love how the angel in the foreground is bowing to pray, and the angel in the background looks like it's going up toward the light.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, those are the two paintings I found. But
Nice.
my brain is like, you're not going to write right now. It's like, okay. Okay. So, yeah, my brain is just fried a little bit. A little toasty.
Jennifer says, so this is off topic, but my 3-year-old nephew that I thought may be on the autism spectrum said my name for the first time ever this weekend. I'm so over the moon happy. Oh, congratulations.
Yeah.
It's my straw. Well, I saw like this black line in my camera. I was like, nope, it's straw. It's straw. It's good.
Yeah. So those are the two flashes I want to add so that my gothic shadows section is a little bit more than
rounded out.
Just FYI, I hate Spanish moss because when you're running through the woods at night and it's cold and wet and slaps you in the face, it really does feel like some monster's attacking you.
Oh no. Never had
Charlie is on vacation.
Yes, we have taken over.
Well, Charlie appeared in the chat again.
Yeah, I saw. I was kind of commenting on Jennifer's comment that aren't you supposed to be on vacation? Yeah.
It's like, Charlie is on vacation. That's why we're here. Because routine. Literally, this entire last weekend threw me off so much. Because Charlie didn't stream on Friday, Jace didn't stream on Saturday, Amber didn't stream on Sunday, and I was just like, excuse y'all. My routine.
So can I share my table of contents?
Yes.
Yes! Us.
Okay. So, these are the subgenres I've broken out Tiny Shiver into. So we have Cosmic Slithers, which is the cosmic horror, Terrors of the Mundane, Angels and Demons, The Seeping Supernatural, Twisted Psychology, Shadowy Gothic, Mutated Sci-Fi, Poem, Pudding, and Holiday Food Horror.
Nice. I like it.
I like the food horror ones. I know that's strange, but as someone who cooks and bakes a lot, I'm like, I really I like the food horror ones.
They're fun. So I only have 2 poems. So it's like, do I take them out or just make them the pudding of the collection where it's the dessert, the afterwards? Like,
I like that idea of them being the dessert of the collection. Plus, I don't think anyone's going to be like, oh, darn, this is just too much Laura content. Like, what am I going to do? They're going to be like, so where's the rest of it? Like, give me more.
Ah! Will it show it? barely. It's 60,358 words of
Not bad.
the collection.
Nice.
Yeah. So I'm gonna have
Cute.
an illustration for each section.
Oh, nice.
So I need 4 more because I used to only have so many sections.
Mm-hmm.
But then I have these in-between illustrations that I also commissioned.
Mm-hmm.
And so I need 4
Which
more
are
of those
amazing.
as well. So I've got like those ones. The mundane is my tree roots that look like babies
So creepy.
from Spence's photo
So
that they sent.
delightful.
And it's these
I remember
mushrooms.
that. Shrooms.
Shrooms.
Speaking of Spence said, my routine is being messed with beaches, cat, and me, not gonna lie. Spence's routine is definitely being messed with because Spence is in the process of moving.
Yeah.
Ooh, Jennifer has a writing related question for my short story writers. How many stories makes a good collection? Does it truly vary?
So that's what I was just showing was my short story collect. Well, it's drabbles, flashes, and short stories.
Yeah, yours is covers a lot.
It's eclectic. So I have over 100 stories in mine, but that's because half of them are 100-word stories. So for usually collections of 100-word stories, there's usually 100-word stories that I've
That
seen.
makes sense.
So those are the ones
Weird
that
if it was 99.
Those are what I have at Ghost Orchid Press, where it's anthologies of those, and also a collection I have is 100 of them. But let me see how much Bloodchild has. So Bloodchild is a collection of short stories by Octavia Butler. And there are 5 stories, 2 essays, 2 news stories.
I'm not sure if this one counts. It's Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Tales of the Slayer, and it's got I haven't read this one, but it's got several short pieces. It's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in it that make up this whole book.
But this is 214 pages. Ghost Summer Stories is an anthology of short stories.
This one's 250, by the way.
That looks good for like taking to the beach.
Okay, so I have prints of the 2 Halloween anthologies I was in. This one had shorter stories, 10 to 15,000 words. There's 13 in this. It's that big. 180 pages. And this one, the stories were about 25,000 words. There's 7 stories in it, and it's 376 pages. So that gives you an idea of
15 stories, 335.
Yeah. It gives you an idea of how the difference between the lengths of the story affect the thickness of the books.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm holding the More Bones Scary Stories from Around the World. I got this at a Scholastic book fair.
This one was a really popular one. It's adapted onto Hulu, or in the process of being adapted onto Hulu. North
22.
American Lake Monsters has 9 stories and is 205 pages.
There we go.
Oh, look at the baby.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
So it seems like between 200 and 300 pages is a good measure?
This is 22 stories, and they're from around the world, retold. Though I have the scary stories to tell in the dark books too. I just can't find them. This is supposed to be with them, but it's not. But this is actually like pretty. It is 22, so it depends on the length of the stories as well. Also, the genre of like, are you doing like these are
All
horror?
those were horror.
Yeah, these are horror short stories, and these ones are like around the world ones. And this is something that was sold for $5. At Scholastic Bookfairs.
Jennifer says, the reason I'm asking, I'm turning my whip from a novel into a short story collection. Thanks, ladies. Now I have a good idea of a range to go with. Much appreciated. Yeah. And then, Kitty!
Yeah, but like definitely look up, see if you can find collections of short stories in your genre.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And specifically look at those, because it does vary based on a genre, is the thing. It's so annoying, but
And a lot of like romance genre anthologies will only have like 5 stories in them, but they'll be like 300 and something pages.
if you want to be technical, this technically has 3 short stories in it because it's 3 tragedy poems. Plays. So technically, this has 3 short stories in it. It just happens to be Andromache, Hecuba, and Trojan women. So, every time I see the book of politics, my brother, my sexual brother, from another time.
Yeah, the genre definitely affects the lengths of the short stories.
It affects the length of any version of it.
Yeah. My longest short story is like 5,500 words. So, but that's usually the cap for horror anthology submissions for short stories that I've submitted to. It's about 5,000. So, yeah.
I have these cards out now. I'm going to play with them. They're so comforting to shuffle, guys. Don't judge me.
So shiny.
Yeah, they're also shiny.
See, that's what I found about when the D&D deck, that D&D deck that I got that has the fabulous artwork but is not tarot.
Mm-hmm.
The cards are so nice to shuffle because they're that really good card stock with the cover on it. So they just kind of float together like butter.
I love
Nice.
the Divine Tarot deck that Laura got me because it actually feels like playing cards. So it actually shuffles and just like shuffles really well. Like these ones are like, does have like the canvasy type to it, but it does have a little bit more of a coating. So like these ones do shuffle very well, but it's just something about the ones that are more canvasy that is just like, yes, shuffle.
It's nice. Are we ready for another sprint?
We can be.
I want to get back to this scene where Joan is arguing with Olivia about I don't believe in all of this metaphysical stuff, and she's like, it doesn't matter, it believes in you. She's just like, I don't believe in fate. Fate believes in you. Can we just go to lunch? Can we just go to lunch?
So we're gonna say goodbye to Wonder Girl.
Bye, Wonder Girl.
And now, oh good, it didn't rotate everybody. This is rude when it does that. I'm gonna stick with little Thor.
I was sticking with the Wolverine lady.
I'm switching to
Okay.
Robin.
I guess I'm still on Aqua Girl.
Again, reminder, everybody, remember to save your stuff. Save it. If it's on paper, maybe you should take pictures of it. Because if you spill water on paper, dude, just saying. Very intense about this because there's a thing that I'm guessing what it said in a section because it got ripped. So, don't do what I did. But in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, spoons. Aqua Girl, whatever. One. Okay.
Woo!
Also, Maggie.
I win.
In deck, there is not pentacles, but there is rings.
The rings.
Because I was like, wait a minute. I'm like, nope, there's cups, wands, swords, so that means this is pentacles.
Interesting.
Still need it?
No, I clipped it. Because this inverse is going to be her now dead boyfriend, the miser.
Mhm.
Do you need any more knights?
I don't think so. Because I have 8 cards picked out. I just couldn't find an image online of that card.
Laura left us.
Yes.
Relax.
She went to get dinner.
Oh, wow. I'm at 377 words in this article now.
Ooh, nice.
I was at like 130 something, I think.
Impressive.
It's so currently I'm writing the mythology of the religion, and it's the religion of Order of the Mother. So in this world, it's the two primary deities are life and death, but they call them Mother Life and Mother Death, or Father. It depends on who it is. Sometimes they're just like Mother. Sometimes they're like Father. Sometimes they're just like Life Death. It's really up to
So
how
it's like the Ogdode. So it's like the Ogdode, the Egyptian Ogdode, where there's a masculine and feminine of
but they
the
can
4
both be mother.
original deities, and they can be masculine, feminine, mother, father, but they're like the two sides of the same coin.
Yeah,
Of
they cannot
every
exist
aspect.
without the other. Like they were created simultaneously, and they cannot exist without the other. Otherwise, chaos, and then they'll just be sad because that is like they're like, this is my other. You can't know. But there's also in the Order of the Mother, there is a third mother who is actually originally human. Like she was human, and she was deified because she is a childless mother. So she took in all children that needed a mother. Their mother had already generally entered the loving embrace of Mother Death.
Mhm.
So she was just like, I can be here for you. That is your mother, but also, do you need a hug? She was her. And so in this, like, for a while, magic users would heal, they'd summon rain, how I did it in one of my articles was they stopped healing, summoning rain, and questioning dead men, using their magic to make lives easier for other people. When non-magic users started to hunt them, that's when they stopped. So Mother Gallows actually prayed to Mother's Life and Mother's Death, like, can you give me guidance to take my children, those who have entered my mother's embrace, to safety, so that they are not killed. And actually give her the knowledge to take the 7 families that are under her mother's embrace to safety. And then she opens up, like, they build a home and a community, and they open the doors for those others seeking safety from those who wish to harm them now. And she actually, because they didn't just give her the knowledge to save her family. So with the power of her and her 7 families, the initial 7, she shares the knowledge through spirits and through connections with other supernatural beings to help guide them to safety as well, so that their religion is not just in where she gave them safety, but it's spread across the world, because they're like, we all deserve safety, not just my family. They gave me this knowledge for everyone to have safety. So, like, that's why it's the Order of the Mother. I think Yeah, Order of the Mother. I might change it to Order of the Mother's Embrace because of how I always call it like the Mother's Embrace.
Mm-hmm.
It's my story that the main character becomes the matriarch, essentially, and like it is her job to protect the 7 families. There's really an 8th family, which is like, even though the mother can't have children, she can have siblings that have children. And that's how she passes on her lineage, is direct descendants of her siblings are the ones who carry on the line of the gallows matriarch.
That sounds very interesting.
Yeah, it's the one with the really funny covers. Like, it sounds super serious, like this part, but it's like, no, that's the history. Her story is hilarious because she's done with their shit. Because she has to learn that she just to learn the powers of the 7 families, and she's just like, y'all are stupid. Why are you like this? What do you mean plants have feelings? Why are we waking the dead?
Plants have feelings.
I know, but she's just, what do you mean plants have feelings? Like, I get like the positive talking to plants thing, but what do you mean they have feelings? It's funny.
So I was working that sprint on the writing out the description for the We Will Not Go Back AuthorTube feminist anthology video. Now the question is, when do I release the video and start announcing? Do I do it now? Do I do it like I could do it on the 8th, so then it's like in a month you have a whole month to do this, or do I I don't know what to do.
Also consider the day of the week you're releasing this on.
Yeah, what day of the week is it today? Today
is
Wednesday.
the 6th. It's Wednesday. The 8th will be a Friday, so you'll be running right up against the weekend.
So maybe I should do it now.
But also, do you want to release it as a premiere, and then you can share the link abouts and get a lot of people to watch it initially?
Yeah, that was the question I was debating. I might set it up to go now, and then I can post the link in the chat here, and everyone can watch it, and then we can come back and.
Well, what is?
I've already watched it.
What is Friday? What is Friday afternoon for everyone?
What is Friday afternoon for everyone? I don't know.
I don't know. 11 did one. I do a stream.
Okay, hold on. Let me check something. I'm going to go look at Devin's playlist
And
see what is going on tomorrow afternoon and Friday afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
I do know that tomorrow afternoon is Coffee Bunny.
That's true. I could do it in the middle of Coffee Bunny, and then we could all hop on over there, watch the premiere, then hop back and discuss.
Okay.
I feel like I had this tab open at one point and it disappeared on me.
Sorry, it gives me the list in Mountain Time, so I'm having to convert.
Oh yeah.
Hold on.
To Eastern. There are 2 streams that are going on at 2:00 Eastern. There is a stream that starts at 5 and a stream that starts at 5:00 Eastern. So there is nothing starting at 3:00 or 4:00 Eastern Daylight Time. That's tomorrow. But if you go later than that, there's 4 streams running at the same time.
Oh wow.
So, like once you hit 5 o'clock Eastern, the streams are starting to back up.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Also considering
So-
when people are actually like not working.
Oh yeah, because some people have jobs.
But also, like, as long as you share it to social media and stuff, the people who are going to watch it will watch it, and the people that end up caring about it will actually share it.
Look at
Hi, Charlie, in a different world.
Am I about to
Okay.
create a sci-fi series inspired by Jean-Claude Van Damme, but with a Lovecraftian twist? I am not doing that.
6, 5. Okay, here's something on Friday
Mhm.
There's a big gap between 1 and 5.
between Jules's stream and Book Art Media stream.
Mhm.
Her stream is at 5 p.m. Eastern, and Jules is at 1 p.m. Eastern. Jules usually runs for 2 hours.
Mhm.
And there's nothing after that. There is nothing after that till 5 p.m. Eastern. And then you have Book Art, you have HK, you have Jillian, Savion starts up next, and Gwen of the Winner. So if you go Friday afternoon,
Mhm.
Also, sometimes
like,
people get
or
rid of
if you
a
go
little bit early on Fridays.
if you go 4 o'clock Eastern on Fridays, you're going to be something happening.
Perfect. So I will set it to go live at 4 p.m. Eastern time, which is 3, 2, 1
Megan,
p.m.
no.
my time.
Yeah.
Megan, it does the conversion for you in YouTube. Remember this. You put
Oh,
this in
yeah.
the video.
Yeah.
You don't
That's
have to
true.
convert it yourself.
That's true. I always forget about that handy dandy thingy majigger.
You have kitty food. Stop yelling at me. I'm sorry. He's literally sitting in there next to a full bowl of kitty food.
Oh man.
Meowing.
Oh shoot! I
But
haven't made Fiction Friday stream yet. Oops, my bad. Oops, I'll do it eventually. It's fine. I had to deal with transferring stuff to. I actually still haven't set up. Use her StreamYard, and Charlie's letting me use their StreamYard, and it's like, so I gotta convert my stuff because I can't afford StreamYard.
Yeah.
I just
Charlie forgot they were on the other account doing things.
Again?
I use free StreamYard because I am a poor person.
Yeah. I made all these pretty custom things, and I'd like to use them, considering I have been using them.
I just show live animals.
Oh.
Kitty.
Put him on the bed next to the dog. They can cuddle up together and leave me alone. So I did 304 words, and I wrote a description of Joan looking at the back of the marigold cards.
I liked your description, the one in the one you put in the chat. Let's see.
I don't believe in fate or love, Joan declared, but a dark deck caught her eye, a stylized, almost art deco marigold with a frond of leaves on each side. It gave her the odd sensation of swirling, like the twisting eye of a hurricane, or curving arms of a spiral galaxy with a flower at the center. It was a dramatic beauty in black and gold and appealed to her viscerally. I can't speak last words, apparently. Y'all know what I meant. But yeah, that is a really good description of this without specifically being like, yeah, it's a marigold with these weird ass leaf things.
Yeah.
Like it gives it.
And she's this she loves beautiful things, but she's an ADA, so she's also this very analytical person. So her brain wants to categorize everything. I mean, she loves nature and beauty, like being out in nature and stuff like that. But she's very, here's the things. I have no idea. I have no idea what they're barking at. No.
Oh, I also filled this bag up. Let's see.
Oh, good.
Oh,
I love this cup.
I filled mine up too, but I set it down.
They're so sassy. They have opinions.
Reminds me of my dogs. Every time they start barking, and everyone like covers their ears because
Especially
my
when
dogs
I
are
have my
loud.
headphones on.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry,
There's
everybody.
biscuits in the oven.
I haven't shown it off yet because this makes me so happy. Laura sent me this. It's so cute.
I
Just
love
to show
that
it off.
box. I love that little box. I love
It's
that.
a notebook.
It looks like a little door box, like
It's like the little handle. You can actually grab it. You know, and the knocker. You could. Like,
That's so cute.
but my favorite number is the door number and like my date.
Oh,
I'm trying to think
That's
of
so
what
cute.
I'm gonna put in this. I want it to be like something I will use.
yeah.
So like, I could do like prompts or affirmations or meditations or I don't know what. I'm trying to decide. Mantras.
I
write
still
out
haven't
what
used
you want to
the-
put in it first, and then copy it over so you can make it very pretty.
I was joking and telling Laura, I was like, this is going to be that one thing. Like, for some reason, it's going to be in my will. This is really important. My nieces are going to be like, what the hell, Aunt Cat? It's a wooden notebook. And I'll be like, but she put it was important, guys. I'd be like, but what the hell? Like, children, she thought it was important. Because I don't care how old they are, they will always be children.
Yeah, I also let me put how I described her holding the deck.
The clack these make when they.
I know, it's so sad. This one.
Like. Sorry.
Come on, come on.
I'm not using
I
these.
always
to
select
time,
slightly
but
too big of a thing of text.
Oh man.
There. How does that sound for how the cards feel?
Jones shuffled the cards. The thick cardstock and almost canvas texture felt appealing in her hands as she repeated the movements Olivia taught her in high school. Shuffling the cards together was oddly calming, and Joan felt her annoyance melting away.
Also, you could even note that so if it because there are versions without the metallic on the side, the metallic does feel different. It feels metallic-y.
How would you what? How
I'm not
does
sure
metallic-y feel?
I'm not sure how to describe that.
Okay. Does it have like a slicker texture or a slightly
Yes.
oily texture
It is a slightly
or a more glass-like?
so you know how the embossing on like books that are feel with
Mhm.
when they're the shiny material, that is this, but it's slightly more firmer. So like yeah, it's so hard to describe this.
Your
Tom
rose
says
cat.
cool glass-like smoothness, a little weighty or heavy.
Yeah, it is also cooler on the edges. Versus if I grab like these ones feel like I can feel the ridge of the paper having been sliced. Because these are just paper. Whereas these ones, it'd almost be like running your finger across a knife blade. But a knife blade that's not going to cut you. It's sharp, but it's not.
Like the back
Dull
of a butter
knife
knife. Like the back of a butter knife.
Almost, yeah, like a really
it's been
smooth.
smooth.
Yeah, that's what it feels like on these cards. And other cards do not feel like that.
Interesting. How do I
It also
write
helps them
that in now?
slide through my fingers a little bit better too, actually.
Interesting.
So I need to write that in.
Because it's very unique to this card. And I feel like over time it will fade just because a lot of things tarnish. But it does actually like have it does feel metallic.
It steals the warmth from your fingertips, says Tom.
Where is... Not that one. What am I running over with my chair? Me grabs yet another tarot deck because you know what? And I've discovered I have like 13 of them. It's fine. Ready?
Hi, Words Fall writes. Charlie number 3 went to
Look
go
at this.
take a bath and eat some food.
Yeah, not Charlie 3 left.
Look, see this? This is what I get to brush and braid at night. The child. The
Nice.
child is home.
Nice.
She has
Hello.
and she has so much hair.
I feel that my hair has been growing so long. I'm just like, when will this pandemic be over so I can get a haircut?
So like these ones are this is the Divine Tarot deck that has the canvasy feel, feels like playing cards. But when I run my finger across it, I can still feel like the paper was cut.
You can feel that roughness. It feels
like
the
Cut
paper was like the paper was violated.
Yeah, I mean you're not wrong. So like actually having two cards that are similar materials.
Tom says, in my head canon after watching Shorzy the series, I think Shorzy is the one who braids the club's manager's hair whenever you see it in plaits.
I don't have Hulu anymore, and that makes me sad. Oh, the letter Kenny.
Sorry.
You're fine.
Okay, so
Do we need to do a sprint so you can back that?
perpetual. Hold on, I'm just doing one sentence.
Tom says Shorzy has
The
a
metallic-
deep-seated need to help his friends.
Yeah. All right. The metallic gold edges of the cards felt glossy and cool, leeching the heat of her perpetual state of grief and anger away.
Ooh, I like it.
Yeah, she's very grumpy right now because pretty much like her boyfriend got himself killed eating bad shrimp at a cheapskate influencer conference.
Oh man.
No, no. So the first
Food
chapter.
poisoning. That's how she meets.
That's how she meets death. Oh no, it's a whole thing. It's a whole thing. So it's their 10th anniversary and they alternate who pays for the vacation each year. And so he always likes to go to these like financial guru and influencer conferences. She hates them, but she goes because usually they're in a nice location. So she's like, okay, I want to go to the Appalachians this year. So he's like, okay, that so it's his year to pay for the vacation, and like she's like still in the hole trying to pay for last year's vacation to Lake Tahoe, and so they go, and it's another one of these conferences, and she's just like, at least I'm in the Appalachians. It's very pretty here. And then like here's the bad thing, their 10th anniversary, and they're like, oh, we don't even have to go to restaurants or anything because the package comes with vouchers for all our meals.
Oh man.
And so her job, okay, she's an ADA, she's in New York City, and her job is prosecuting like health department food things. That's her specialty. And so like at the breakfast buffet, she's like, nope, I'm not eating this. Lunch comes around and it's this Creole seafood buffet. And she's like, yeah, and there's something that is triggering her and she can't eat it. And so she's like trying to eat this like crusty, dry, reheated crab puff. And she's like, I just can't. And there's this guy that's like sitting at the table, really beautiful Greek looking guy. And he's like got words and tally marks. And she's like, what are you doing? He goes, I'm keeping track of the marketing words. And she goes, you're that bored, huh? And he's like, pretty much, yeah. And they start a conversation and he gives her a bottle of water and her favorite flavor of like a Luna protein bar. And so they're sitting there, not eating the buffet, eating this. And she's like, yeah, my boyfriend dragged me here, and I don't think we're going to be boyfriend and girlfriend. I'm just about done. He's like, yeah, I'm here on a date that my father set up, and I don't want to be here. She doesn't realize his date is a work date. And so, he's like, you really deserve better than a free vacation. And she's for investment. And she's like, what do you mean free?
Oh, man.
And then she finds out that he did not even pay for this, that he was given this vacation as a perk because he invested.
Oh, man. She must be livid.
Oh, she was so mad.
Well, if he didn't die of food poisoning, he would die of something else.
Yeah, and so they go back into the conference, and she's trying to be nice, and she's trying to just get through this weekend. And he starts to get sick, so they go back to their room. And he just gets violently ill. And she's like, will you please let me take you to the hospital? And he's like, no, we're out of network. We're not going to spend the money, because he's like this super frugal cheapskate. He won't go to the doctor until he's been dying for 48 hours.
Oh, man.
So she goes she brings him some Gatorade and ginger ale. And then she puts on the Crimson Tide basketball game for him to watch, and he's like, oh, I think Red Tide or something. And she goes, your team's up by 15 points. She thinks he's asking for the score because he always bets on the games. So she goes running, she comes back, there's ambulances, there's fire department, they are carrying people out in droves because over like 200 people are sick.
Yeah.
And people are already dying from the food poisoning.
Oh, man.
Which turns out to be a mixture of red tide and botulism.
Ooh.
So she grabs a cop and she runs up to her room. She's like, my boyfriend is sick. We're on the 4th floor. They go up the stairs to her room and he's already dead.
Oh, man.
And then she starts finding out all of these things about how their apartment is rent controlled. And he's been using her half of the rent for his pocket money.
Oh, she must be so livid.
It just gets so much worse because she finds out like his mother is very sweet, has this beautiful house in Battery Park that he refuses to go to because he hates Battery Park. And Battery Park is a really nice area in New York. It's an older area, but it's really quiet and it's really safe. And yeah, you can hear the river and the river traffic, but that's fine. And she's always loved that area, and he's had told her mother that no, I don't want the house when you pass away, because she doesn't want to live here. She wants to live in Montauk. And she's like, and she can't tell Catherine, I never wanted to live on Montauk. I hate the beach. So she's just like,
man.
oh, he must have misunderstood after we were on that cruise. I don't like cruise ship noises, not ship noises. And so, and she's just having this breakdown, realizing that basically they just living what her friend Olivia is about to call the shampoo life, where every day is lather, rinse, repeat. 10 years of shampoo days. And that's why Liv is like, I'm going to read your tarot. We're going to find you a new.
Yeah.
Your bow is about to be death.
Yeah. And that's the thing is she doesn't is Hades gave her his card at the conference. She says, they meet each other. He goes, I'm Hades. And she goes, oh, like death? And he goes, yeah, sort of. And she goes, well, I'm Joan. And he goes, like of Arc. And that's how they meet. And they just, and he gives her his card and she just tucks it into the slot.
The god of death.
Hades was the god of the underworld. So he is the current. There is
a god of death, and it's not him.
Yeah, Hades. His father was in charge of the ancient version of Afterlife Incorporated. And so when she finds his business card, it's gonna say Thane Hades on it, Executive Director, Grim Reaper Division, Afterlife Inc. And she doesn't believe in metaphysical things or spiritual things, and it's going to be like, what do you mean you're the son of the god of the underworld? You mean like death? And he's going to be death adjacent. Death is my cousin. And she's not going to be able to decide if he's crazy or if he's a serial killer.
Yeah.
Because she sees him in pictures of these starts seeing him in pictures of these mass death events.
Mm-hmm.
And her brain is like, well, he must be causing them somehow. So she's like, I don't believe in you. And he's like,
I'm here, bud.
So it's kind of a weird kind of like Hades and Persephone like twisted thing.
I like it. I can't wait to hear the rest of it.
But yeah, so that's but no, like that's how her boyfriend dies. And then because she's an ADA, but she's not licensed to practice law in another state, she helps the district attorney and the judge in that state make sure they get a conviction. But the problem is they find out that the shrimper that provided the shrimp for a previous conference that they drove to the other state to poison everybody with, that there was actually a bunch of illnesses there, and that shrimper had purposely fished red tide contaminated waters because he had put all this money in with this influencer and basically lost everything. So he decided to ruin him by making everybody at his conventions sick because he knew the guy was too cheap to throw away the leftovers from one convention and would take it somewhere else.
Wow.
So the only thing what they end up doing is having to convict the guy on negligence charges because they can't get him on involuntary manslaughter or anything, even though he purposely and because the people that got sick and died had both botulism and red tide, they were able to throw enough doubt onto the shrimper that they couldn't get him on the murders.
Mm.
But the judge, because it was like 172 people sickened and 41 people killed, they were able to, by giving him 3 months for everyone that got sick and a year for everyone that was killed on the misdemeanor negligence charges, they ended up being able to put him in jail for like 28 years.
Oh, nice.
Which is the way to do it on that, because he's not giving the maximum sentence for each thing, which would be overturned in appeals. But it's like, instead of giving you 3 years on all of these, I'm giving you 3 months on the sick people and 1 year on the dead people. So that when another appellate judge gets it, they're going to be like, well, this judge was very reasonable considering what you did.
Yeah.
So that way they made sure that he would be staying in jail for a significant amount of time.
Yeah.
Nice. Should we do a sprint so I can feed the doggies?
Yeah. Also, it's 14
It
after, so we're in the last
is
hour.
5:15 my time.
Ah.
So
Say goodbye.
I have to pick a new person.
Yep.
I picked Batgirl.
Nice. I'm sticking with Wolverine Lady.
I've got Thor. All right. Save your stuff. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Little Thor won. I won.
Woo!
Woo.
Hoot hoot. I fed the doggies that break, and now I'm working on setting up the YouTube video. I forgot that I didn't have any channel thumbnail art for the
Oh.
video, so I'm like, I gotta hurry up and make that. So look at the kitty,
Oh.
so cute. You're muted. You're muted.
Okay.
There we go.
Cinder.
Oh,
One of the demon fluff balls.
oh, so cute, so sweetie.
I looked at jobs.
Good job.
It sucks.
Yeah, it does suck out there.
I'm watching we just got a weather alert. I'm watching a very bad thunderstorm drift toward us that's dropping hail 3 miles north of me.
Oh,
Lovely.
So I am probably going to have to go in a few minutes and move the cars under the big tree.
yes, that is probably a good idea. There we go.
Seriously, this if I could drop a kitten off somewhere, I would drop this one off with Charlie.
Aw.
Just because she has the most even purr of any cat we've ever had. Her purr is as even and smooth as a metronome.
Oh, nice.
And she also her grandmother was a ragdoll, so she has like super, super silky, soft fur.
Aw.
One of my friend's little girl come over and she's like, my hands melt when I pet her. But sadly, we think her brother got snatched by the coyotes.
Oh, no.
So how'd you do?
Jobs. Part of looking at jobs means I have to also look up their location.
Oh, yeah.
I don't drive.
That's why I've only looked at remote jobs, which, makes things complicated.
Why would I get up over there and just get up over here and walk that way? What the hell is wrong with me?
Now I'm putting in the billion tags that I came up with for this video.
Yeah, I'm very tempted to just post the math thing that I posted on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook for this.
Uh-huh.
Because it doesn't take sides either way. It just points out the fact that under the most recent statistics for abortion count, that this now means that starting in 9 months and every year afterwards, we will have nearly 1 million more children.
Oof.
1 million more children without daycare. 1 million more mothers without maternity leave. 1 million more mouths to feed without adequate baby formula production in our own country.
Yeah.
As evidenced by the massive formula shortage that happened just a few months ago.
Yeah.
1 million more butts to diaper without adequate diaper production facilities or diaper recycling 1 million more daycare slots for infants, 1 million more preschool teachers. Well, we would need 20,000 more preschool teachers in 3 to 4 years.
Where are
There
we
is
gonna
no
get
funding
this?
for
And
that.
so many of them are quitting because they're treated like shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. 20,000 more preschool teachers and 20,000 more teachers for every grade level after that. And that's just for the children, the almost 1 million children that will start being born in 9 months. There's no funding being done. There's no expanded birth control production starting. There is absolutely nothing being done now that pregnancy termination is not an option there. And it's like they don't realize that we were already having birth control shortages for the last 2 years.
Yeah.
We have shortages in every aspect needed to care for these children that we are already failing to provide for the children that exist now.
And we're going to have a people shortage in general just because so many people have died from COVID. Like, how are we going to replace all these adults that are missing now because of COVID and all the deaths that it has wreaked on this country because of poor management?
Yeah, I'm to this point where I no longer care which side won,
Mm-hmm.
because I'm that kind of person that, well, this was the road bump, but this is what's coming after the road bump. And I'm always planning for the contingency. And I'm like, when I was running a food pantry before my stroke, we couldn't get enough diapers and formulas in for just our little community.
Mm-hmm.
Now we have 1 million more children and 1 million more mothers that need maternity leave and prenatal care, and nobody is talking about, where is this funding going to come from? Where is anything for these programs going to come from? Because we already are underfunded in every aspect.
Mm-hmm. This is a major disaster that we're headed towards in not that long of a time to mitigate anything.
And the thing is I've only seen 2 states that assigned, when they saw this coming before it was done, they were like, okay, we're bumping up all of our childcare stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and we're bumping up all of our health care for impoverished women.
Mm-hmm.
And it was Arkansas and Kansas. And honestly, I never thought that I would vote for a politician from Arkansas, but if that man runs for governor, I might vote for him, because he's the first one that said, we need daycare, we need formula, we need, and started immediately put the social programs in place that we're going to start needing in 9 months.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't seen any other states doing that or even talking about it. In Colorado, the problem, because we stayed, abortions are still legal as a form of birth control, and it is a woman's choice. They have changed nothing in our social services profiles. So we as a state are not going to be affected, but we are part of the bubble. Our bubble is not going to last.
Yeah.
So I'm getting a lot of PMs and DMs because people won't put their opinion out there about what I said about the math, about we need to start doing the math now. And get out your checkbooks and cash apps because we're all going to be
Also,
paying for
considering
this.
our planet has already actually been overpopulated on the rate we were already going at,
Mhm.
this will literally make it where we can't survive on our planet faster.
I don't know. My thing is it's no longer about the adults and about the fighting. It's about these children that are coming. We don't have the foster care. We don't have the adoption mainframe. We don't have anything ready for almost 1 million children starting in 9 months. And by the time they realize, oh, we need to do something, we're already going to have hundreds of thousands of children falling through the cracks.
Yep.
Because hundreds of thousands of children already fall through the cracks.
Mhm. Let's
And
see.
like, there are people. So, my roommate, she's adopted. And she was one of those kids that had awful foster parents. She was 5 when she was adopted. And like, the people, her parents who adopted her, they had fostered her, but then they made them go to it. Like, the foster people, not her parents didn't want them to get taken to another foster home, but they were made to go to another foster home. And there are apparently things that they were willing to do before they were taken away that they no longer, like, they didn't want to eat pizza after they had been taken away. Like, before that, they loved pizza. But, like, I've been informed of a memory she has of sitting on a dirty mattress without a sheet, that the mattress is on the floor, eating cold pizza, while the real family was sitting at the table eating dinner.
Ooh.
Yeah. I don't know. The Supreme Court just wrote a check that the rest of us are going to have to cash. The rest of us are going to have to cover this tab. And, I don't see your churches opening baby formula banks and diaper banks.
Yeah, no.
I don't see your churches giving away bottles of prenatal vitamins. It's all well and good to say, yay, we saved the baby's lives, but
You really
if you are not stepping up to feed, clothe, and educate that baby,
you saved nothing.
did you save anything? Yeah, exactly.
Or not offering the assistance and care to take care of the mother.
Yeah.
In all honesty, by its definition, a fetus is a parasite.
Okay, I think I'm ready to schedule this video.
Woo!
I think it's all ready. Cool.
Sorry. My daughter just walked in and handed me this thing. Evidently, our school, her former school, the one that wouldn't put in her 504 and wouldn't recognize her medical disability issues.
Oof.
I just got a thing saying that they got hacked and that her identity has shown up.
Oh no.
Being used with a credit bureau.
Oh my goodness. So the school got hacked and
the school got hacked, which means they got Jenny's.
They sent you a letter?
They didn't call you?
Nope. They sent us a letter dated July 1st. because the school pays for this company to monitor all of the hacked identities. So the company that is monitoring the identities of the students sent out
Megan.
this letter.
Yeah,
You
I
have the
can't.
ability to share as
I don't have it. I don't have it on this computer. The link on this computer, the big computer, so I can't share it. My big computer doesn't have access to that.
Yeah.
You confused me why you didn't just open a YouTube tab.
It's just easier this way.
So
No,
looks
it's
like
not.
looks
I
like
shared it
tomorrow.
externally.
Looks like tomorrow I'm calling all the credit bureaus.
Oh, that sucks. That's such a mess to deal with. Like,
Yeah, I know. My ex-husband, when I divorced him, he put all of my personal information on the internet, including the names of several of my childhood pets, places that I had lived, and my elementary school.
what a. I can't say what I want to say on this channel, but
Yeah.
I
Literally,
have
I have
thoughts.
not been able to use my own identity since I was 22.
Oh man, that's
Yeah.
rough.
To do anything, I have to call the credit bureau and I have to give them a password.
Oh, wow.
Which right now they're actually doing an investigation because my identity was used to rent an apartment 200 miles from where I live. And they didn't flag it because it was in Colorado.
Oh wow.
And I was like, why would I rent an apartment when I own a farm?
Yeah. Wow.
I'm not the brightest bulbs on the tree. But it's okay.
It's fine. It's fine.
Fine.
Okay.
I don't buy anything on credit anyway.
All right, it is 7:58 my time, which means it is nearing the end in like 2 minutes.
I'm watching the rain and hail come closer.
Oh man.
It's so interesting sometimes when you can actually watch stuff get closer.
Well, I'm on the prairie, so you can like literally
Yeah, you can literally
see it
see
drifting towards you.
And you can like see like it looks like a cloud. Just looks like a cloud.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so cool to.
And when you just see this smooth gray line and then the darker gray above it is all like rolling and it's like, oh, yay. Sky kaiju. Oh, well, I've had a lot of fun today, and I am now up to, for my days total,
Ooh.
2,513.
Nice.
Noise.
So for not starting to write until after lunch, I am halfway there.
Yay.
Nice. And you
Thank you very much for showing me the tarot cards, Kat.
You're welcome. You're distracted.
Spence says the heat finally broke. I can do the things.
All the things. Yeah, it's only 8 o'clock at night here. Spence. Like an hour, 2 hours away from me. If I drove, I would totally like drive and help you like back.
Yeah.
Like you can just tell me what to do. I'm good at that.
Okay, who wants to do their outro first? Megan? And,
oh gosh, an outro.
Megan's accounts so that people can support Megan?
Okay, so hello, my name is Megan. If you don't follow me, you can follow me on YouTube at /Megan McCarthy, on Twitter at I'm Megan McCarthy, and on Instagram at Megan McCarthy Author. And if you want to contact me about getting the Discord link for the We Will Not Go Back video anthology that I am hosting. You can message me on any of my social channels and I will send you the link. We're not sharing the link publicly because we are trying to avoid TERFs and trolls and all that lovely stuff. So make sure you contact me to get that. And then I also have a piece out that you can find on my Twitter. It's my pinned tweet. It's my abortion essay that I have written. And if you haven't checked it out, I highly recommend reading that. And I think that is all I have. So who is next?
Hello, lovelies. I am Mama Maggie Ward, independently published author and traditionally published author with books on Amazon Kindle and Amazon Kindle Vella. I also am on Inkit, INKITT.com, and the app where all my rough drafts are free because I understand that not everyone can afford to throw money at Amazon.
Where?
And now it's your turn, Kat.
Cat. There was a whole ass intro clip at the beginning of this that I threw in there because Charlie suggested it. I told you where to find me. I told you where to find my stuff. I'm not saying it. I gotta find the clip. Hold on. Charlie has so many clips in this list, guys.
I can throw my clip up. I can share screen and throw my clip up. I have a clip.
No, Charlie's like got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 video clips in StreamYard. Yes.
I have a 48-second musical clip.
Let's do it.
Ooh.
That was lovely. I think it's this one. Okay, so I'm going to end the stream. Wish me luck.